What's good with y'all, man? So today's video, I'm gonna show y'all how to make dark trap beats in style of Southside. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's get into it, man. All right, so I actually already had the melody, and this one right here. Very dark, man. Now, if you want me to show you how I made this melody, just let me know down below in the comments. I don't want to waste too much time, so I'm just gonna make the drums. But yeah, like I said, if you want to see how I made the melody as well, just let me know. So as you can see, we got 120 BPM for the tempo of the melody. Let's lower down the tempo of the project at 120. Yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna make something very dark, so let's get into it, bro. So let's start with the with this. Let's see, maybe either a clap or a snare. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. And by the way, all of the drums that I'm gonna be using for today's beat are from Imperium. So if you wanna check it out, link down below in the description. Yeah, simple like this. We're just gonna duplicate this. Also, one thing that I always like to do is to put the master channel preset. This right here, and also let's send the melody to the mixer channel. We're gonna use this one right here. So I'm gonna boost the volume of the clap. Yeah, another thing that I want to try doing is to pitch it up, down a little bit. Yeah. Alright, man, cool. So now I want to get into the area straight away. Gonna go with this one. I think this is my go-to, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I used this one right here quite a lot. So yeah, so we're working on F minor. So yeah, okay, cool. Let's send it to the mixer channel. Let's boost the volume. Okay, I don't really like the way the area sounds, and I think we need to lower down the pitch of the melody. I'm gonna bring it down to, this is D sharp, if not mistaken. Yeah, it sounds a lot better, man. Come on. So D sharp for the scale of the melody. I'm trying to make something like on that Southside future kind of style. think I want to try giving it like a triplet effect over there. Clip it like this. Get rid of the double shot here. This is called, I really like the Aries piano roll. Let's get into the hi-hat. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. Another one. Yeah, this is a lot better. And then I'm gonna put the grid in 1/3 step. I'm gonna make something like this. Go. To the open hat, man. We need to spice up this beat a little bit. Yeah. like more interesting bounce to this area. I forgot. We also need a counter snare, bruh. My favorite one. Honestly, man, I think this bit is way more than enough, bruh. Let's see if we pitch up the key of the melody. How will it sound? Let's put it back to F minor. Hello, kiddo. It sounds hard. Yeah, some cool. You know what? I want to try something. It'll be long, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Fuck you. Yeah, I think this beat is way more than enough, honestly, bro. Let's do the arrangement. Yes, fire. I need to change the pattern of the 808 here. It's too repetitive and I don't like it. So we're gonna make a unique pattern over here. yeah, I think this part is fire. Like this. Anyways, this is the beat, man. Hope you've been able to pick up something. If you want to get the same exact drums that I used for this beat right here, link down below in the description for Imperium. Also, if you really want me to teach you one-on-one how to come up with melodies, how to come up with the drums, doing the mixing, and then also learning how to get placements, make money as a producer, networking in the industry, you can check the link down below in the description to book a completely free consultation with me. And from there, I'm gonna see if I can help you out. Alright, hope you've enjoyed today's video. And I'm gonna see you on the next one. Bow.